Okay, so I just did my first ever live. It was like a little bit over an hour. And I came out to my camper, started my live, and then realized that I forgot all of my polyfill inside. So I just worked on these 3 sombreros and finished them off while I was talking on the live. You know, I thought it would be easy to talk on a live, but I actually had a hard time continuing to talk and fill the void of space. So, but I got these done. Check those off. And then I think I'm going to start on the tacos because I can do like all of the taco and then just stuff it and sew it shut whenever I get inside. So I think I'm going to work on the tacos now. I have 5 shells that I can finish up. And then I have this almost done chili pepper, but I couldn't finish them because I have to stuff them up. So I just left a really long tail to finish crocheting what I needed to do before I go inside since I have to stuff in. But there's that. Chugging along, chugging along. And I think instead of worrying about wasting time going inside and getting the polyfill, I'll just keep doing other stuff like the tacos and the sombreros and get those done. I know that if I go inside, I'll end up getting distracted or someone will ask me a question or I'll sit down and then I'll get stuck in there. So I just want to stay out here as long as possible. And once my live is done processing, it'll definitely be posted to the public so that you can watch it. That'll be cool, right? Right? Okay. Like info dumping about me as a person. So if you want to learn more about me, you can go watch it. Because I talk about like my favorite color, music, movies, college, a lot of stuff. So, okay, bye. Hello, good morning. It is May 6th, and yesterday I did get a lot done. I have like 4 or 5 of each keychain done except for the corns. And at some point my hands just got so sick of working with the acrylic yarn and the small stitches. So I decided to look for an avocado pattern. I bought an avocado pattern and I started making it. And isn't it the cutest thing you've ever seen? I added some glittery sinker eyes, some cheeks, a mouth. He has his little arms. He's gonna have little legs, a stem, and a leaf. So this is the front. I'll have editor Jerry put the pattern up here for you so you can see what pattern I bought. And it did work up pretty quickly, even though it's so huge. Love it. So now I need to work on the back half. And then you kind of crochet the front and back together and put the last minute things on like the stem and stuff. So super cute, super simple. No sew so far. The hands and feet get crocheted in. And then the only thing you have to sew on is like the stem and the leaf, which will be super easy at the end. So I'm hoping I can finish that today, as well as make a bunch more keychains. I think maybe I'll work on some corns today and get a bunch of corns done. Okay, we are going to get started on this mess of a workstation. Ay caramba. I already took a few things out and put them in my hallway to get them organized in the garage. Okay, so I got a little start on it. It's not going to get done today, but I basically organized all my Bernat blankets over here and right here. This whole desk situation still needs done. There's a lot of like whips over here. And then these are for custom orders, and I need to find somewhere to put those and somewhere to keep my boxes for possible future shipping. But I think that's all we're gonna get done today for now. Oh, then you should put clothes on.
I want to close the window.
It feels like one of those
Close the
nights.
window.
You have to ask Dad.
Daddy.
Mama.
Daddy.
It feels like one of those nights. I won't be sleeping.
13.
30. That was close though.
13.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
I did it.
You have to go like this. 30.
30.
Yeah.
30. I did 30.
Yeah, you did good.
Yay. Did it. Yippee. Mommy, I did it for 100.
You counted to 100. Good
I
job.
counted,
This is my penguin so far. It needs to be, they want it to be like 12 inches long, so so I have to make it smidgen longer. We'll see how close I can get. I might have to go like maybe in the 10-inch realm. I don't know. Would you stop? What else? I did make like 4 corns today. That sounds so ridiculous. Then my avocado's getting there. So there's some body parts in here. Hang on.
Yes.
I'm not talking to you, babe. I'm talking to the vlog. So you guys saw this. And his legs and his stem are done. They're just hanging out. This is the back so far. This is like the ideas. You crochet these two together, add the legs, the stem, all of that. I have to continue doing more rounds of the dark green so that it's like thick on the back, you know? Thick boy. And then crochet it together. So I have to do 7 rounds, which is insane. I've only done 1. I have 6 more rounds to do on this thing. So it's like deeper. And then sew that guy together. So it'll be done for sure before Saturday. Just not there yet. He's a big boy. Gotta get this penguin done. Good morning. What is today? Wednesday. The 7th. Wednesday, May 7th. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I got a lot done yesterday, but at the same time, it's like all half done projects. So I got like 4 sombreros like started but not finished. Worked on avocado, worked on taco, worked on penguin. We're just gonna keep going today. Make more keychains. Try to finish the avocado. I'm like 3 rows away from being done with the avocado. And to be honest, I might just cut it short for time's sake. They want you to do 7 rows around after you get the shape done. I'm on row 5. I might just call it and put the feet on and stuff it. I mean, it'll just make it like less fat, right? So I'm starting to be okay with that idea. As far as taco goes, I have taco shell. I have taco lettuce. And I will make taco meat. And then I'll make taco tomato. And then, and then I will sew it all together. I have to decide how I want to sew it up. That's what I was trying to think of last night, and that's why I didn't finish it. Because I was hoping to give it a little bit of stuffing, but I think what I'm going to have to do is like make like a tube of meat basically, which sounds so gross. Give that a little bit of stuffing, put that down here so that this is nice and fat. And then whenever I get my red yarn today, I can make the little tomatoes and then sew everything up. And basically the stuffing would be like right here. And put some little eyeballs on this guy. Give him a little like eyeball cute cheek moment is what I'm thinking. And then since I'm getting my red yarn today, I can make a big chili pepper. I don't know how big the chili pepper will be. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, to be honest. I was trying to decide if I wanted to start at the bottom or at the top. I feel like starting at the top would be easier, to be honest, because then I can kind of judge how big he'll be going down. And then taper off the end. Okay, so I'm working on taco and I'm actually loving it. It may have to be a pattern maybe that I release. So here's the idea. I know this looks not my fave, but basically I made taco shell. Last row is back loop only, half doubles, just all around. I didn't do any increases. Sewed my lettuce in. This is how I did my minis, so that's why I did it this way too. I made a log of meat with some bobbles on each end, and then basically roll this up and it's taco, right? So I'll make sure my lettuce ruffles look good, and I'm going to stitch some tomato slices on this side with these stitches, and then just kind of gently put it together, and now it's a nice squishy little taco guy, right? And I'm gonna give him some eyes. Like I said, the eyes and the cheeks, the cute little vibes. And then he's done. There must be a way to make a taco purse. Right? Like, but anyways, I'm loving the taco. For sure. Loving the taco. Do I have dirt on my nose? Oh my god, it's from my Dutch Bros. This happens all the time. Dutch Bros puts your number, your order number right there, and then whenever I go to drink it, my nose hits it. Okay, it's done. Look at this cute little baby. Oh, look at it, the little baby.
I want to see it. I want to see. I want to see it.
Okay. Look at the little baby.
He's so soft.
He is so soft. Aw, little baby avocado.
He needs a mom too.
I think this is probably big enough to be a mom. Okay, so I just got my Amazon order. I'll show you these first because it's real quick. I ordered some taco / salsa themed stickers for the Salsa Fest this weekend, so I can give them to everybody.
I want my own stickers though.
Okay. Shh. Remember? Thank you. Got my drink eating kit so we can get started on this and making the Salsa Fest keychains.
Okay, Mommy. I'm going to watch
And then, okay, you can watch. And then I ordered yarn. I ordered Bernat blanket, and he did not read the description. These are baby skeins. They're only like 5-ounce skeins. I thought I was getting like a steal by getting 3 skeins for $24. Joke's on me. I paid more for these than I should have. But it's okay. At least I have the red yarn. I have it here. They're baby skeins, but it's fine. I can still make a big chili pepper. So there you go. Make sure you read the description, y'all. Okay.
Whoa!
Okay. Taco's done. He's very cute. Love, love, love. He looks super cute next to the avocado. I had them sitting together right before I started filming. I'm going to crack this Mountain Dew at 10 p.m. I'm going to get to work. And I'm hoping that in the next 4 hours, I can get the corns and the sombreros done and maybe even finish off like some other taco keychains or start a chili pepper or something. The taco and avocado have already been a huge hit with my friend group and my family. The other thing I did was I tested out my Shrinky Dinks. Did I talk about this? I'm gonna put Shrinky Dinks with like, and attach it to the keychain with some yarn. So Esther, I would attach this here, right, with some yarn. It would hang out here. So did this tonight, Salsa Fest 2025. I'm gonna do some tweaks. I just freehanded this and I really just wanted to see the sizing, how big I have to start the paper, and then how small it shrinks down to. So my amazing graphic design digital business partner Kendra is working on something that I can print out and just trace over and over and over again so they're a little bit more consistent. That says Sacramento Salsa Fest, and I'll get all those done tomorrow. 4 hours later. I have a lemon, a lime, a little orange, So I'm gonna put a little leaf on the lemon and lime as well. And I got a little strawberry done. And then I want to do a blueberry. And I'm gonna try to make a couple more of these and just have like a little like quote unquote fruit basket. I might even actually take that basket that's right there or something like that from my kitchen. I thought that would be cute, and these are working up really fast. So yeah, I'm gonna do some more tomorrow. Actually, the strawberry probably took the longest. I don't know if I'll do any more strawberries, but the strawberry needs a mouth, and then all of these need mouths and leaves. So I think the lemon, lime, and orange are definitely the quickest so far. And I know the blueberry will be really fast because it's basically the orange but with a different top. So, hello, good morning. It is Thursday, May 8th, and it is like down to crunch time. I have to finish my tacos, finish my sombreros, then I can make some more of those like citrus fruit blueberry ball things that I showed you last night, this morning. And I can make some other like a big chili pepper, anything I want after that. I have to get the other stuff out of the way first. I have to make all my shrinky dinks today. We are busy. So busy. So I look tired and not all there, and I need to do like a good reset shower tonight or tomorrow. Okay. These guys are really cute back here. Love. Okay. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna focus. I'm gonna put on YouTube with some of my favorite crochet people and just get in the zone. Get in the zone. Auto zone. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okie dokie. I have had like a stressful afternoon. I went to Michael's and got my yarn order that I needed to pick up for custom order coming after my market, and I had some struggles on the way home, but I made it. I'm alive. I just did my first sheet of shrinky dinks, and they are cooling in my kitchen. But basically, Kendra made a bunch of different tag options for me, and I went with this one, and I traced this onto the paper, cut them out, and then what I also did was I took like this piece here and I traced it like on the side of the tag too. So I'll show you guys whenever I'm done, or if you watch like Instagram or something, or you look at pictures later, you'll see it. But they look really cute. Super excited. I will continue to work on those tonight, but for now, I want to actually crochet. Ooh, that was some good cracks. Let's try to make a big chili pepper, and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Hello, here we are again at 10 p.m. and I am so close to being done with the keychains. My dear sweet husband helped me get all of the rings onto my little shrinky dink tag. So here is an example of the little shrinky dink tag. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that, but and he sat here and put all these little rings on for me. And now I'm just attaching them to the keychains themselves. My basket so far. I went to Michael's today. I picked up 2 wooden crates because they had a sale. They had like a 30% off coupon, plus I had rewards like money. So I finally invested in some wooden Michael's crates for some classic market vibes. Oh my gosh, I made a chili pepper. I don't think I showed you guys. I made a big one. And I've also been filming like reel content while doing everything else. I remembered to film for reels. So go me for being a smart business lady. But here's my little, my big chili pepper. He's a little angry guy. Aw, look at his little angry eyes. I wonder if like I can get like a family portrait for, let's do a thumbnail pic. Shall we? Ready? Everybody say cheese. Okay, we'll make that the thumbnail for this video. But I am like amazed at how much I've made in a week. Literally. Like the big avocado, the big taco, the big chili pepper, 32 keychains with shrinky dink like keychain labels. It's insane. Plus I made half of a penguin for a custom order that needs to go out. I'm gonna need to ship it Monday. So that means Sunday I'm gonna have to finish it. Saturday or Sunday I'm gonna have to finish that thing. And I'm going to be so regretful about it. But they paid extra for a rush order, so I have to make sure it gets out. Ah! And then once I get back next week, like once I get back from this gigantic salsa fest, I can't really rest because I have the penguin plus 2 other custom orders to get done. I have a mesh market bag, like a cotton mesh market bag, and I have a cotton long sleeve top that people ordered custom. So no rest for the wicked right now. That's what I wanted. I've been wanting my business to boom and manifest money coming in, and it is happening. So let's just keep that vibe going and hope that we sell a lot of stuff tomorrow. I think as far as like goals, I haven't really done this year, but my goals for this market, since it is such a big one, we'll see like when I do my recap if I reach to these goals. So maybe editor Jerry can put them on the screen. My goals for this market are to sell all 32 of these acrylic keychains with the Shrinky Dink label. And then I would like to sell the taco, chili, and avocado. Those are what I would like to sell. Okay, it is once again 2 a.m. but I got everything done on my checklist except for making 2 chili peppers. I only got 1 done, and I think I can probably squeeze the last one out tomorrow. I'm embarrassed to admit how long it took me to figure out a good blueberry pattern. I thought it would be easy, and I kept frogging and redoing it. But to be honest, it's totally worth it because it is so freaking cute. I love the top. It is too cute. I'm gonna give it some cheeks at least. Maybe a mouth, but probably just cheeks, to be honest. I think that's what I might do with all of these, actually, is just cheeks. And leaves still on the citrus. I did get 1 chili pepper done, and I did put him on one of my nice big keychains that has this spins, and it has a nice big clip on it. So I really like these ones a lot. They're very sturdy. So I would like to attach the rest of these, I think, to the keychains. I loaded my van. I think I got footage of that. Hopefully I was able to use it and put it in. And I loaded it way faster than I thought, thanks to the help of my aunt. And I decided that I'm going to try to finish this horse. If I can just get it, I have to stitch this closed, put 4 legs and some hair on it, and we're good. We're done. That'd be awesome, because this is like another high ticket item that can kind of draw people in, hopefully, and then go from there. So we shall see about that. I could also make a bunch more of these little things, but maybe we'll get to that. Let's try to finish this horse real quick. Okay. I just took a quick break and filmed an Instagram reel. I had filmed one last night, and I didn't really like the way it looked because it's like a lip syncing one, but it's good now. It's up and posted. I have 2 legs done. I have to make 2 more, and then I'd have to put all the hair and the eye details on. I don't know. I'm starting to worry that this won't get done in time. Realistically, I need to like get my shit together at like 5 p.m. and that's like the last hour to really like get everything in and loaded and make sure I have stuff. So it's possible. I'm hoping I don't regret it. I'm still like, oh God, should I just stop and churn out a bunch of these little guys? They are really cute. They are. I really should make another chili pepper, and I could start attaching them to keychains and stuff. The horse is really cool. I just feel like I know myself, and by the time I get these stuffed, you have to place the legs really carefully and make sure that they're on really good, and then take your time with the hair for the tail and the head. I know that it won't be done in time. I will start panicking and really regret it. So we're gonna cut our losses. Yeah. Yep. And I'm just gonna try to churn out a bunch of like blueberries and oranges and stuff. Let's see what I can get done. Okay. Okay, I got a lot more done than I thought. I think I have 3 of everything now. I should have 3 blueberries, lemons, limes, and chilies. They still need, some of them still need keychains. All of the citrus still needs leaves. So I'm hoping I can get those done later tonight or tomorrow morning. I think at this point I'm just gonna work on packing up my car. I have a box of all Tacos Fest stuff, specifically like the citrus, chilies, the Sacramento Salsa Fest official keychains that I made, the 3 bigger plushies, all of that's in a box. So now I'm just getting a bag of like yarn and safety eyes and other supplies that I'll need to get work done while I'm there. And then yeah, I just have to throw all the last minute stuff in my car. I have to get my overnight bag with like my skincare. My face is so dry. I'm sure you can see. Yeah. I have not been caring for myself. So I need to get my shower bag with all of my good face wash, moisturizer, body wash stuff, so that whenever I get to the hotel, I can shower, moisturize, go to bed, and then in the morning I'll probably wash my face and do a whole other routine to make sure I'm super good for the day. That's it. I will try to check in either super late tonight if I do any more work. If not, then I'll try to film tomorrow after I'm set up. Okay, bye. Okay, so none of my audio was usable because it was so very loud with all of the music and the DJ, but this is my setup. It is like 95 degrees whenever I'm taking this video, and it is like 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning. Either way, I have everything out, and all I'm saying here is that I've already sold a couple of keychains to some vendors that passed by. So, there you go. Okay, it is hot AF. I don't even know if you'll be able to hear me because it's kind of loud, but everything is going really well besides the heat. I've already sold like 4 or so little Sacramento Salsa Fest keychains, sold some itty bitties, sold a chicken, so we're only an hour and a half in. So far so good. Hopefully I won't die of a heat stroke today. The market is staying steady. I continue to sell like the itty bitty things. I just ordered food from my neighbor who is selling barbecue, so hopefully after I eat I'll start to perk up a little bit, and then I might have to go get another drinky drink from either the snow cone guy or like the lemonade coffee guy that's close to me. I am melting. Okay, I'll check in later. Okay, quick update. It is almost 3:30 and sales are slowing down. It is so hot. It's like 95 degrees still, but another vendor brought me this to use today. And honestly, I could have married him if I wasn't married and if he wasn't married. And if we were in another life, I would marry him because he gave me this fan. Because I'm still so red-faced. I really felt like I was gonna barf like 10 minutes ago before he gave it to me. So that's where I'm at. No matter how much I spray and mist myself with this fan, My face will not stop being red. It's just forever red. I'm like soaking myself at this point. My hair is soaked. My shirt is getting soaked. My lips are getting chapped. This is the only thing keeping me alive, but it's still not getting my redness to go away. Also, I thought I had chapstick with me, but I do not. I left it in my car by accident. And I'm really sad about it. It's so hot. It is 4:30 and I sold my big sea turtle that I freehanded. It was like the first thing I'd ever freehanded, so I thought that was really cute. It sold for $40. The girl really loved it. I think she said she was gonna name it Bob, so I thought that was cute. I'm just still really hot, really hot. I've like, my legs and my hands are starting to swell up. It's still 95 degrees. I'm giving the fan a break because I need it to last or I'm gonna die. What a day. Hello, it is Sunday, May 11th, and I did my market yesterday, so let me go over that with you. I'm in my camper right now because I gotta focus and get work done. I have a custom penguin to get out, but I wanted to do this quick market wrap up. Overall, it was not worth it. I should have just stayed home, to be honest. It was just too hot. It was 95 degrees. I'm sure you've seen the footage of me just like dying and melting. I got sunburnt in some parts even though I was under my tent the whole time. I guess just sitting underneath the canopy for that long with the sun, it still like worked its way through. So places like my hairline are sunburnt and like my cheeks got a little red, my chin. So anyways, it was rough. It was too much, to be honest. And it was just the heat. The heat was very oppressive. It really killed the vibe. No one looked happy there after like 2-3 o'clock. So that, I think that was like to blame. But also I feel like the vendor fee was just way too high. Unnecessarily high. I think I expected a lot more for how much I paid to be there. So let's get into it. I sold 28 items and I made a total of $262, which sounds really good until you hear how much the vendor fee was. So I sold, here's the order in which things sold. Corn keychain, chili keychain, and then a medium-sized chili pepperoni keychain that I made with Bernat blanket yarn. Then I sold an itty bitty duck and another chili keychain. I will say that the Sacramento Salsa Fest keychains did go over well, but I only sold about half of what I made, and I was really hoping to sell out of all of them. Okay, then at 11 a.m. when it first opened, dead. Sold nothing. 12 p.m. it really like took off, and I sold a lot at 12 p.m. I sold an itty bitty ice cream, a teeny tiny little Dalmatian that I had made, an itty bitty bunny, another taco keychain, a little itty bitty piggy. I sold a chicken. The chickens were very popular, and I think I just need to make more. I had taken 5 with me, and I sold 2 or 3. And I'm almost out, but everybody loves the chickens more than the loaf cats, it seems like. So I think I just need to make a lot more, in a lot more different colors, like the white, the tans. I think I just need to restock all the chicken colors, because people really love them. So they're definitely like a big eye catcher. Okay, so at 1 o'clock I sold an itty bitty frog, another taco keychain, and then an itty bitty bunny and an itty bitty kitty made out of the fluffy yarn that I had made quickly before my last market. 2 p.m. I sold another chicken, and I sold a little itty bitty yeti. I sold a lot of itty bitties. I'm almost completely out of itty bitty velvet plushies for the $8 range. So I definitely need to make a bunch of those before my next market in June. Okay. 3 p.m. I had like my last surge of the day, and it was all small items. I sold a sombrero keychain, an itty bitty whale, a teeny tiny yellow octopus, an itty bitty red octopus, and an itty bitty bear. From there, it all died. No one wanted to be there. People were done. And all I sold was 4 of the Salsa Fest keychains, 2 tacos, 2 chilies to the same group of people. And I sold my sea turtle finally for $40. So I was glad that that one finally has its home, because I was starting to feel bad. It had like caught a lot of eyes, but no one actually bought it. And I know that the shell did look weird since it was the first time I had made a sea turtle and I freehanded it. But I'm glad that someone appreciated it, and she loved the face detail that I had done on it. So I think I'll have to make another sea turtle for sure in the future. I think, like I said, it caught a lot of people's eyes, but no one had ever like landed until that girl was there. And then last but not least, as we were packing up at 5 o'clock, the barbecue guys next to me, one of them wanted to buy a top for his girlfriend, but instead of money, we traded, and he gave me a crap ton of delicious food to bring home, and I let him take one of my old cotton crop tops that I had made like probably a year ago. Yeah, it was like exactly a year ago for my first website launch that I made that crop top. So he bought that for his girlfriend. He said he hopes it fits, and if not, I told him we would figure it out, exchange it or whatever. So they were super chill. But that's it. That was all the sales. So the reason that it was such a bummer was because I had to pay $250 just for the space, which was insane. Never should I have ever been okay with that. But I reserved this back in December, and looking into the event, I expected a lot more people, a lot bigger of an event, a lot more vendors than what was actually there. So shame on me. But again, also I think the heat kind of killed it. I think way more people would have come out if the heat wasn't so bad. It was 95 degrees the whole time. 11 to 6, 95 degrees. It was hideous. Not a cloud in the sky. So anyways, I had to pay $18 to park my car, and since it's 3.5 hours away, I stayed at a motel Friday night, which cost me $100. So that means I spent $370 just on parking, hotel, and my space, and I only made $262. So not to mention gas. I don't usually calculate like the money I spend on gas because that's kind of hard sometimes, but so like the mileage or gas, however you want to calculate that, and then like all the time and materials I spent on those salsa keychains and stuff, it was just kind of a bummer, you know. I left pretty like done emotionally and physically and mentally, and I just kept telling myself it was not worth it, it was not worth it, it was not worth it. So now we know not to do that ever again, especially by myself, because I had my partner like fall through. They ended up having stuff happening that weekend, and I was like, yeah, it shouldn't be a big deal. The other bummer, like just nitpicking at this point, the venue is along a river, which is beautiful, but you have to cross railroad tracks to get there. So when it was time to pack up and leave, they weren't really allowing cars to come in like they were for unloading. And to drag my cart across 3 sets of railroad tracks was hideous by myself, because my carts did not want to roll easily full of all of that stuff. So that was the other bummer. It was just a lot. And in the heat, I really thought I was going to barf or pass out. And it took a really long time for my body, like, temperature to regulate, and, like, the swelling to go down in all of my joints and my fingers. And then the sunburn that I have, it just, you know, it happens. It happens sometimes. I keep reminding myself, like, I get to do this for a living. I don't have to go work in an office, which I hate. I'm not in college anymore, which I dreaded. I get to do this. I get to make cute things. I get to make connections with really cool people. And I get to bring joy to people by giving them really cute things to buy. So that's like the motivation to keep going, to be honest. But overall, I don't think I'll do that event again in the future, just because the booth fee is so expensive. If my booth fee would have only been $100 or $120, I would have been like probably 60% happier than what I was. Because when I went to Emeryville earlier this year, a couple weeks ago, and I know I did that market recap My booth fee was $80, and I had to rent a tent for $25, so that meant my booth fee was actually $105, and my parking was $30, so that's $135 invested into it. But I sold $420 worth of stuff. Like, just way better sales. The what in like the weather was like really cold, but there was just more people out. I don't know. Way easier for load in and load out, like organizational wise. So yeah, I just I don't think I'll do the Sacramento Salsa Festival ever again. So now I have like 16 keychains, mostly corns and sombreros. The tacos and the chili peppers did way better. I think I'm just going to take the Sacramento Salsa Fest tag off that I put on there, and I will just sell them as is. So that's it. I'll probably just add them to like my $5 or $6 bin at my future markets and do it that way. So yeah, there you go. That's the wrap up. Now I have to work on this penguin. This is a custom order. I put his eyes on before I came out. I'm just going to continue changing colors between the blue and white until he's about this long, I think. How much longer is that? Let's see, like... So I think like to my mole. If he's about to like my mole, that'll be a good length for him. Yeah. And then I'll stuff him and sew him up. And then I'll just do his feet and his beak and his cap. And I need to try to mail this out tomorrow. Tuesday at the absolute latest. Because they really want it there by Saturday the 17th. So if I do a priority shipping, it should take 3 days. So yeah, I really need to get him out tomorrow or Tuesday. That's what I have to focus on the next 2 days. And get him out. So I'm going to go work on this and try to find something to watch and keep me motivated. I will check in with you later. Okay. Okay, so this was like the inspo pic, but he wanted this one, not the black and white version, but a lot bigger. These are small. I can see just from like the number of rows. These guys are probably closer to like tennis, like softball size. I cannot. This might be like one of the cutest things I've ever made. I just finished stuffing him, sewed him up. He looks so freaking adorable. I can't. Okay, I'm gonna try to get his wings done. I have about 30 more minutes before I have to go into my house and start getting my kids ready for bed. So I'm gonna try to get at least one wing done. I have to decide how I want to do it. I think I kind of want to do it like the bunny ears, basically.